Welcome to In Turn 4 with Jim Shelton. This is episode 1, the rookies of 2025 for the Indycar series. This year there will be 3 rookies in the series. In the number 51 for Coin Racing, Jacob Abel. In the number 45 for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing, Louis Foster. And in the 83 for Prema Racing, we have Robert Sportsman. Going to do some background on each driver. First with Jacob Abel. He is currently 23 years old. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. He was born on March the 9th, 2001. He started out in 2017 in Formula 4 and with his parents' team, with a family team rather. He was in 19 races. He scored 9 points and was 24th in the series. He also drove that year in USF 2000 in 2 races for Newman Walks Racing, and was he scored 14 points in that series and was 31st. So kind of a slow beginning. In 2018, he was in F3, the America's Championship. He ran in 11 races and was on 4 podiums, scoring 124 points, and was 4th. It's much better there. He was in Formula 4, the U.S. Championship. He ran in 12 races and scored 24 points and was 15th in the series. He also ran in USF 2005 races and with 47 points and scored a 23rd place in the series championship. 2019 saw him go to F3 America's Championship again. He was in 11 races. He won 2 and was on 8 podiums, scored 155 points, and again was 4th place. He also ran in the Indy Pro 2000 races that year. And both of these were for the Abel Motorsport team. He was in 14 races, no podiums, and was scored 198 points and was 9th place in a series that probably didn't have many more cars than that. Well, no. I'm wrong about that. Indy Pro 2000. Again, that's probably 25 cars. In 2020, he changed to the Formula Regional Americas Championship. He ran in 17 races. He had 1 podium, 107 points, and 14 was his finishing position in the series. He also ran Indy Pro 2000 that year. Was in 7 races and was on 1 podium and 107 points with a 14th position. 2021, things changed a little bit for him. He was in the Indy Pro 2000 series. He was in several series that year, five different ones. The Indy Pro was where he concentrated his biggest effort. He was 18th in the series for Abel Motorsports. He had 2 podiums, scored 292 points, and was 6th place. He also ran in that Formula Regional Americas Championship for Newman Walks Racing. He ran in 3 races. He had 1 win, 2 podiums, 43 points and finished 13th. He ran stadium trucks for Crosley Brands, 3 races, 1 podium, 39 points, and 14th in the series. He was in the GT World Challenge America's Pro-Am for Racers Edge Motorsports. He ran 6 races, 1 win, 2 podiums, and 66 points for 14th place. He ran an IMSA Sports Car Championship for the GTDs for Compass Racing, 1 race. He scored 204 points and was 65th in the series. Then came to 2022. He concentrated only on Indy Lights that year, which is now Indy Next. He for Able Motorsports, 14 races. He had no podiums, 355 points and 8th place. 2023, he ran in the Formula Regional Oceania Championship for Kiwi Motorsports in 15 races. He had 4 podiums and was 3rd. In the NXT that year, for Able Motorsports, he was 14 races, 1 pole, 4 podiums, and 397 points for 5th place. In 2024, he ran in Indy NXT again for Able Motorsports, 14 races, 3 wins, 3 poles, 10 podiums, 517 points, and 2nd place. Almost won the championship. Well, except for Louis Foster was in it. He also was in the Formula Regional Oceania Series again for MTech Motorsports. He ran 6 races, 1 podium, 118 points for 13th place. And this year he will run for the IndyCar Series for Dale Coyne Motorsports. That is Jacob Abel. Next up, we have Louis Foster. He is a 2nd-generation driver. His dad, Nick Foster, ran the British Touring Car Championship, and Louis is from Great Britain. He was born on July the 27th, 2003. He is 21 years old. He's from Oldham, Hampshire, England. He started his racing career in karts at the age of 9, and gradually moved up through series through to the point where he is today. He started out in 2017 with in the junior championship in the Ginetta Junior Championship for Elite Motorsports. He ran 9 races and scored 75 points and was 19th in the series. He also ran that year in Ginetta Junior Winter Series. He ran at 4 races, scored 76 points, and was 6th in the championship. 2018, he ran the junior championship again for Elite Motorsports. He ran at 26 races, scored 9 wins, 4 poles, 19 podiums for 671 points in 2nd place. 2019, he ran in the British Formula 4 for Double R Racing. He ran at 30 races. He had 6 wins, 5 poles, 13 podiums, 253 points, and was 3rd in the series. In 2019-2020, he ran in the MRF Challenge F2000 series for MRF Racing. He ran in 6 races, had 1 win, 2 podiums, 79 points, and was 10th in the series. In 2020, he ran in the BRDC British Formula 3 Championship for Double R Racing. Scored 24 races. He won 3 times, 4 poles, had 6 podiums, 396 points, and finished 3rd. He also ran in the Euro Formula Open Championship for Double R Racing. He ran 7 races, 1 2 podiums, 57 points, and finished 12th. In 2021, in the Euro Open Championship for Crypto Tower Racing, he ran 24 races. He had 3 wins, 2 poles, 13 podiums, 315 points, and finished second. In 2022, he came to the United States, and his first series was the Indy Pro 2000 series for exclusive Autosports. He ran in 18 races, had 7 wins, 5 poles, 12 podiums, 451 points, and won the championship. 2023 saw him move to Formula Regional Oceania Championship for Gills Motorsports. He ran in 9 races. He had 1 win, 4 podiums, 147 points, and was 12th in the championship. He also ran in the Indy NXT series. He scored for Andretti Autosport. He was in 14 races, had 2 wins, 4 poles, 6 podiums, 410 points, and was 4th in the series. The following year, in 2024, last year, he ran exclusively in the Indy NXT series for Andretti Motorsports. He was 14 races, 8 wins, 7 poles, 12 podiums, 639 points, and was 1st in the series. He is by far the most qualified person to come into IndyCar in this group. He has won at every level and has moved up every year throughout his career. Always competitive. I expect nothing less of him, except for on the ovals this year, he is probably going to struggle because Rahal Letterman Lanigan has problems on ovals. The team also doesn't do real well on street courses. In past years, not as bad as they do on ovals, but the street courses they haven't really figured out either. They are pretty good on the permanent road courses. So I would expect if he's going to do well, it would be on one of those. The first race at St. Pete, I would expect him to be strong out of the box. If he doesn't, that is an indication that this team is probably really struggling this year. Next up, Robert Schwartzman. He was born on September the 16th, 1999. He is 25 years old, and he is was born in Tel Aviv, Israel, to Russian parents. He holds he is of Israeli and Russian nationality. Started in karts in 2004 at the age of 4. He moved up to Formula 4 in 2014. In 2014, he started in the Italian F4 championship for Cram Motorsports. He ran in 6 races. He was scored 26 points, and was 16th in the series. In 2015, he again ran in the F4 Italian championship. He grew up in Italy and Russia, and looks like in Israel also. For Maki Motorsports, he ran the F4 championship that year. He raced in 24 races, won 2, had 4 poles, 8 podiums, 212 points for 3rd. And also in 2015, he ran for ADA, and he ran in the ADAC Formula 4 championship for ADAC Berlin Brandenburg Racing. He ran in 20 races, was on 8 podiums, 167 points for 4th place. 2016 saw him run in the Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0 for Joseph Kaufman Racing. He ran at 15 races, had 1 podium, 75 points, and finished 8th. He also ran in the Formula Renault 2.0 NEC for Joseph Kaufman Racing. He ran at 15 races, won 2, had 1 pole, 3 podiums, 206 points for 6th place. 2017, he ran for Formula Renault Euro Cup for R-Ace GP. He ran in 23 races, had 6 wins, 7 poles, 12 podiums, 285 points for 3rd. He ran a little bit in the Formula Renault NEC for our race GP, and was in 3 races, 1 podium, did not classify as a finishing position. He was a guest driver, so he was ineligible for points. 2018, he ran in Formula 3, the FIA Formula 3 European Championship for Prema Theodore Rosa Racing. He ran in 30 races, had 2 wins, 3 poles, 11 podiums, and 294 points for 3rd place. He ran in the Macau Grand Prix for SJM Theodore Racing by Prema. He ran in 1 race, did not get any points, and finished 9th. I don't think that's a series. That was just an event. He also ran for the Toyo Racing Series for M2 competition. He ran in 15 races, had 1 win, 3 poles, 9 podiums, and 910 points, and he won the series. In 2019, he ran in the FIA Formula 3 Championship for Prema Racing. He had 16 races, 3 wins, 2 poles, 10 podiums, 212 points, and finished 1st. He ran in that Macau Grand Prix again for SJM Theodore Racing by Prema, and he did not finish in that race. Then 2020, he ran in the FIA Formula 2 Championship for Prema Racing. He ran in 24 races, 4 wins, 6 podiums, 177 points for 4th place. In 2021, he ran again in FIA Formula 2 Championship for Prema Racing. He ran 23 races. He had 2 wins, 8 podiums, 192 points, and finished 2nd in the series. That year, he was he took a big step. It looked like he went to for 2022, he was in the F1 series for Scuderia for Ferrari as a test driver. He has not raced very much since 2022. He's had 13 races. And he didn't have any other races in 2022. In 2023, he was a test driver for DS Penske in the which is Roger Penske's son Jay, his team in Formula E. He was just a test driver, never ran a race. In 23, he also was a GT World Challenge Euro Endurance Cup, and he ran in 5 races for AF Corsi. He had 1 win, 1 pole, 1 podium, 36th place, and was 8th in the series. Again, he was a reserve driver in 23 for Formula 1 Scuderia Ferrari as a reserve driver, not as a test driver. He moved up there. And the 23-24 Formula E season, he again was a DS Penske test driver. In 2024, he ran in the FIA WEC or World Endurance Championship in a hypercar in the AF Corsi. He ran in 8 races, had 1 win, 1 podium, 57 points, and 9th in the series. He was also a reserve driver for Formula 1 with Scuderia Ferrari. In 2025, he's going to compete for Prema Racing in the Indycar Series, which is also the Prema's first year in Indycar also. This could be a challenge. I think this guy is probably destined to be one of the people that starts out really rough and gradually moves up through the series as the team gets better. The team is probably going to be, if they get out to lunch, I mean, Callum Ilott is his teammate, and if he can't get the car set up, there's going to be some problems here. That team does not have a charter in the IndyCar series. They will be competing for those last 2 positions. that are open to all teams. At this point, no one else is probably going to contend with them. But if they look to be challenged for speed, I would suspect that others will probably have teams that crop up. That is it for the rookies this year. I see a very other than Louis Foster, his credentials are pretty good, and he would normally be a very good rookie. But for Rahal Letterman Lanigan, one of the poorer teams in IndyCar, he will be really on the struggle bus, especially at Indy. They've had trouble qualifying there for the last 2 years. If there is any bumping, he may be in trouble. At least somebody on that team might. I would suspect, and it might be a real growth opportunity here for him in the coming few months of the IndyCar Series, the next 17 races. That's all the rookies. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll get some subscribers and people to put in like and comment on this video. I'll get better at the speaking on these. They are a little bit outside my comfort zone as far as doing this, but I will get better.